So here I am over 3 years ago about to pull the biggest card of my life up to that point. And who would have known that 3 years ago it would all lead to where we are today? I had no clue. Here it comes, my big moment, my big YouTube moment. No way, no effing way, no effing way. No, 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 no. Black, no. There it is, the biggest Zion card you could possibly pull in the world at that point. Prism Draft Black 101 Auto, the product hit from 2019 Prism Draft. And there I am, start to freak out, trying to get it in that top loader. Trying. Act like you've been there before, Run Good. In fairness, I had never been there before. Look at that. Trying so hard to secure that card. Oh my god, got it in the top load. Got the thumbnail. Now let's have a panic attack.
I'm having a panic attack. I'm actually having a panic attack.
Today on the channel, I'm going to show you some other cool Zions that I've picked up in the last month. I'm still a big believer in the big guy, and I picked up some whales to put my money where my mouth is. Let's get into it. What's going on YouTube? RGL coming at you with a brand new video, and today we've got a little show and tell video because we're going to show you some recent pickups in my Zion PC and talk a little bit about some of these pickups and why I decided that now was the best time to buy some Zion cards.
My pump and dump scheme.
Of course, if you saw the intro and you are familiar at all with my story in the hobby and how this channel got started, pulled this bad boy in November of 2019, one of my very first videos here on this channel. And yeah, it was off to the races. You know, Zion, the #1 overall pick. Zion, I loved him. I love everything about Zion, even still to this day. Maybe his career has not gone as we had hoped so far, but everything that we've seen about Zion up to this point shows a lot of promise, you know. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. He's injured all the time. Sure. He's still young. And I truly believe that when it is all said and done, Zion will have a pretty significant impact on the NBA. So I pulled this bad boy in November of 2019. I flew down to Dallas, Texas myself to Beckett. Got this one graded. I don't know why I chose Beckett over PSA. I guess when I looked at the card, I thought it was going to be a perfect 10. I saw, you know, that man get that black label on the Black 101 at the time. This was the best Zion Williamson that you could find. Prism NBA was not out yet. I believe Flawless Collegiate might have just been out around that time. But this was it. This was the Black 101 autograph. True card #1, auto 1 of 1. And Duke jersey #1. So I pulled this card from a $40 mega box that I purchased at a local Target. Crazy, right? They put the product hit in a mega box and not in a hobby box. So I bought this one, got it graded. Pandemic hits, March 2020, getting a little nervous about, you know, the whole thing. Things are closing down, you know, 2-week shutdown and all this fun stuff. Sell the card for $8,500. Don't regret it. I mean, I don't really regret too much in the past, but time goes on and I get messages, you know, hey, I saw your card at this Las Vegas card show. I saw your card in Los Angeles. People always refer to it as my card, and that was pretty cool. And sometime in 2021, I made the decision that I had to get it back. And I tracked down the owner, and we had been talking, trying to discuss a price. And I bought it back for $14,500. So I lost, you know, $6,000. Sure, whatever. That was in 2021, when Zion was hurt, when he hadn't played that much. And it was one of those things, hey, I just had to have it back. Whatever, I'll eat the L. Whatever. Kind of felt like it was being held for ransom. I was hoping to get it for around the same price as I sold it for.
Nope.
Whatever. So I have the card back, 2021, and I'm pretty happy, you know. I don't have too many Zion cards in my PC up to this point, and it was fine, you know. This was my card. I was reunited. I got to do a travel vlog, hang out with Hitman Rips, meet him in person for the first time. Great. And then something happened around the start of this year when Zion started balling out, when he started living up to the expectation that we all saw back in that very first game. That very first game when he started banking all those three-pointers and just going off.
The Zion era begins tonight. Gets it back. Zion for 4 for 4! Welcome to the NBA!
We saw that Zion. We saw a slimmed down Zion, a Zion that was unguardable, a Zion that looked like he was going to take the Pelicans to the NBA Finals this year, and damn sure he still might. And then he got hurt. Reoccurring story, I know, right? Reoccurring story, and then he got hurt. A lot of comparisons to Greg Oden. I hate those comparisons, and here's why. I'm a Pacific Northwest boy, right? Greg Oden, Kevin Durant. Greg Oden and Kevin Durant. Portland with the number 1 pick. Seattle with the number 2 pick that year. Everybody in Seattle knew we were getting Greg Oden. Kevin Durant was the most can't-miss talent up to that point since LeBron James. And somehow, Kevin Durant ended up a Supersonic. And Greg Oden ended up a Blazer. I watched both of those players play for many years. Maybe not Oden, because he didn't play many years. So I watched Oden, and a lot of people will draw the Oden comparisons, and I don't see it, because Zion is such a different player. You know, Oden was big. Oden was like 7'1", not nearly as athletic. Zion's what, like 6'6", 6'8", something like that. And you know, he might, you know, he's a big boy. Let's be honest, he's a big boy. He might have health problems in his career. He might not play 80. He's probably never going to play 80 games in his career. And I'm okay with that. You know, maybe 65, maybe 70. Anthony Davis. How many games does Anthony Davis play a year? He's on the track to be an NBA Hall of Famer. NBA champion. So, with Zion, I love the dude. Like it's as simple as that. I love Zion Williamson. I can remember his first game. I felt that exact same way watching Zion's first game as I felt watching LeBron's first game.
Here he comes the other way. There's your first James Jam of his career.
And I watched LeBron's first game on those Cavs teams with like Ricky Davis, Darius Miles, Carlos Boozer, Big Z in the center. Like I watched those games. Unlike some collectors, I watch basketball. I watch sports. Anyways, let's get back to it. So I've had this card for a while. Select came out, 2021-2022 Select. And I pulled a gold Zion Williamson in my group breaks for somebody. And I decided I want to have this card, so I bought it. Then I went out and I bought a green. And I don't have those two to show you. They're put away, and I looked for them and I couldn't find them. But I put those two away, hoping to someday have a black 101 and a tie-dye and maybe a zebra. I don't know. Anyways, that's a different project because I'm about to show you something a whole lot cooler here in this video. So, card pops up a couple months ago on Twitter from Ryan's Cards LLC. And he says, I opened one of these mystery boxes, mystery tins or whatever, and I pulled a wild card. I pulled a Zion Williamson Black Velocity 1 of 1 from one of these $20, $25, $40 mystery boxes. And it is the Black Velocity from the Cello Pack, 1 of 1. And he was going to sell it. He had no idea what it was worth. We talked back and forth. And when a card like this comes up, really hard to come up with a comp on this. Now, there are multiple black 1 of 1s from that set. There's a Black Disco. There's a Black Pulsar. This is the Black Velocity, which I believe is from the Cello Pack. So there are multiple. I think there's 5 from Hoops Premium Stock. Now, I love Hoops Premium Stock. It was a 1-year set. They only made it 1 year at the end of the 2019-20 rookie year. Had to get in some Zions and Jaws in there under the wire, you know. That was when cards were truly going nuts during the pandemic, you know. Everything was 10x. And so we discussed the price. I buy this from him for $4,000, which is a ton of money. I don't have very many $4,000 cards in my collection. I think maybe like less than 10. Less than 10. And I've been collecting my whole life. So a lot of money, but I think, hey, these two, what an amazing pair of cards to have, right? I have the best college uniform Zion rookie that you can get, and I'm going to add one of the only black 101s he has in a pro uniform from a set that I love. You know, maybe he has less than 20 black 101s. I don't know the exact number, but maybe less than 20, 30 black 101 trues. You know, I'm sure the Optic is out there, the Selects are out there. I love this card. And then that kind of bursts a bubble, right? Then I start looking, what else is out there? You know, the whole market's down since the height of Zion in 2020. What else can I get? What other grails from 2020 can I find? And at the same time, I'm working a deal locally to move some old inventory, some sealed product that I have no plans for. And I'm watching my friend Filmington here on YouTube, who is a great mind in the hobby, who always talks about diversifying your holdings in the hobby and making sure that you're not, over leveraged in one area. And, he's big on sealed wax too. And I realized, like, hey, I'm gonna move some of this money that I get from selling sealed wax locally, I'm gonna put into Zion. Because again, he's hurt. Now he's hurt, right? I buy this card before he gets hurt. Now he's hurt. He has a hamstring injury. I think this is going to be the year that Zion reaches the playoffs for the first time. I think that, the Pelicans could go pretty far. They have a very, very good team this year. I don't think they can win the NBA Finals this year. I think they can go very far. Maybe a conference championship game. So this might be the final time before Zion cards start to go up. If he comes back from this hamstring injury, they make the playoffs, he makes a run, Zion cards might start to go up. At this point in the video, I would like to stress, this is not investment advice. I'm not selling any Zions. So I want to get that out of the way. Not investment advice. I'm going to talk about some prices on some of the cards that I purchased, but not investment advice. I don't have any Zions for sale. Not trying to pump the market in any way.
Outright price manipulation.
So I start looking on eBay. What are my other grails? And there's a card that I chased for over a month on this channel. You can go back to June 2020 when all I ripped on this channel was nothing but Mosaic. And I tried so damn hard to hit this card, and it never came into my possession until now. And that is the Zion Williamson Mosaic Genesis Gem Mint 10. Now, I'm not one of those people who can tell you what the all-time high for this card is. I don't look at cards like that. I think it's pretty silly when people say a card is down 81% from its all-time high. I think that's silly, because you have to look at things from a different perspective. We know that 2020, 2021 was the height of the hobby for the time being. I think it's silly to compare a card from its all-time high to its current. You can use that to make educated decisions and things of that nature, but I don't care that this card was once 4,000, 6,000, whatever it was. It is what it is now. And according to my eBay purchase price, I paid $1,200 for this card. I ripped $5,000 plus worth of Mosaic secondary market prices in 2020. Blasters, cellos, mega boxes. I ripped all of that looking for this card. I pulled some cool Zions. I pulled a silver. I pulled a couple silvers. I pulled a bunch of base cards. I pulled some retail parallels. I never pulled this card, and I wanted it. I wanted to pull this card. It never happened, but now I have this one. And I thought I was done. I was like, okay, spent $4,000 on a Zion, spent $1,200 on a Zion. I'm done, right? Like 5 G's on Zion, that's pretty good, And no, I wasn't done. I looked at the next card that I wanted, and I never tried to pull this one because this product is disgustingly degen. Too degen. But I saw this card. I had to have this card. I paid $2,981 for this card. It's disgusting. I love this photo. I love this rookie card. I feel like just the look before he even stepped on the court, this had all the makings of an iconic rookie card. It's Prism. Now, I will admit, Prism is not my favorite set, but in this case, man, just the photo was good. Everything about this card is right. The black background, and then you get the choice exclusive Tiger Stripe. Man, this is the card. I think I like this card more than I would like a Mojo to 25. Maybe a Blue Cracked Ice would be close, because that's a beautiful card too. I love this card to death, and I thought I was done. I thought I was done at that point. Now we're at like $8,200, and I had still sold more wax than that, so apparently I was not done, because the next card came to me for what I thought was an absolute steal. It was a Zion White Sparkle Optic PSA 9. Paid $2,000 for this card. Love it. You guys know on the channel, every time a White Sparkle pack comes out, and we have Mosaic White Sparkle football coming out shortly, I love White Sparkle. Me and Hitman got the White Sparkle fever. We're the White Sparkle addicts here on YouTube.
Can I help you? Somebody said you could help me. I haven't had
White Sparkle
in almost a week.
Had to have it, right? So now we have a nice little collection going. We're in 10,000 right now on Zion, which is a disgusting amount of money. I know. Some people are gonna be like, don't spend $10,000 on cards in 5 years, and you just spent it in 3 weeks. I know. I've been in this hobby all my life. When you're adding money in literally every week, It's just, you know, when you, it's weird. It's really weird to talk about like putting that much money into one player, because I never do this. This is a very, very rare, very, very rare buying for me. I never do things like this, but I wanted to do it with Zion because I love the dude. So now we have a collection going, right? Prism Draft. We have Hoops Premium Stock. We've got Mosaic. We've got Prism, and we've got Optic. It's only one set missing, right? And here's where it's a little sad. So the card that I wanted was a Select Courtside Zebra. And unless I was willing to pretty much double what I had paid for all these, I was not getting a Courtside Zebra. Not happening. Cheapest one around on the internet was about $8,000. Not willing to commit that. So I went with the next best thing, and this was $1,700, and I was fine with it. This is the T-Mall Gold Wave Courtside Zion Williamson. So not my favorite select design, I would say, for courtside. This is actually a pretty weak design. The next year was significantly better. Even this year was much better. So this is not really my favorite courtside, but I felt that it was necessary to complete kind of what I was doing right here. You know, having one from all of the major Chromium sets. So added this one to my collection, and it was cool. One of the reasons I liked it was, you know, I have a BGS buddy, right? So it has a BGS buddy. I have 2 BGS cards. I have a raw card that I don't think I'm gonna grade, and I have three PSA cards, and I think I'm done. And then my friend Benny from Australia, I had been helping him, and I had been helping him try to secure a 21-22 Ja Morant Kaboom. And he was like, buddy, why don't you get a Zion? Why don't we be Kaboom buddies? And I just kind of joked it off, you know, and I had been done, because at the time I had made all these purchases. I was in Zion now for like $12,000, and that was about what I had sold, you know, all my wax for, and all the money that I had to play with Zion that I was going to put into Zion, I was done with. And then I was looking at 2021, and then I was looking at 2021 Kabooms, 2021, 2022 Absolute Kabooms, and then I decided to do something a little crazier. I have all these rookies, and I could have added a Zion from this year, sure, and it would have been significantly cheaper. But if you're gonna finish this collection, and this collection is now finished, if you're gonna finish this collection of what I was trying to do, this kind of center stones of my PC, of my whole PC, outside of Mitch Haniger, who is my Mariners Super Collection. If I'm gonna finish this little collection that I'm gonna display at some point and get them framed and all that stuff, you gotta go with the biggest one possible, right? And so I got the Kaboom, the rookie Kaboom BGS 9.5. This pose, epic. I didn't think I was gonna get this card, and I had to win this one. I had to win this one at auction, and it was $3,525. So now I'm in Zion for $15,000, $16,000, and to go along with the 101, which, where is it? It's right there. To go along with the Zion, which I have no idea. I guess if you want to add the purchase price to this one from 2021, this is now $30,000 worth of Zion cards sitting here. And again, I don't make these kind of frivolous purchases like this very often. If I had not sold that product, I would not have done this project right here. Yeah, so I didn't come out of pocket for all of it, obviously. Yes, over the course of a long enough time, I did come out of pocket because, you know, I did. But it's not like I just made a decision, this month I feel like spending $15,000 on Zion. But yeah, I made a decision. I wanted to invest in a player who I love, and I don't want to use that word. I wanted to buy some cards of a player I love, because I don't give investment advice on this channel, and I don't see this as an investment, because I don't intend to sell these anytime soon. Maybe, you know, one day when I'm old and shriveled, these will, I don't know, pass them along, and my family members will, we don't care about those. Maybe they will. I don't know. Anyways, I figured it would be fun to bring these on the channel and tell a story time. Just kind of talk about my mentality around why I decided to go in on Zion right now. I'm rooting for the big guy. I would love to see him in the finals. That being said, I have a pretty significant bet on the Mavs to win it all. So maybe they'll get to the conference finals or something, and then Luka gets me a ring and all these are paid for. All right, that's gonna do it for me. That was my story time. Like I said, I don't intend to do one of these anytime soon, but this is probably not probably. This is definitely the biggest buying spree that I've made in the hobby. Probably in the last, probably my whole hobby. You know, I've been in this hobby since 1991. The last couple of months buying Zion. This is the biggest spree I've ever went on buying one player. Yeah, that was my story. So a lot of Zion on the channel, you know, the Zion 101. The Zion 101 is pretty much the reason this channel exists today. Let's be real. But wanted to bring these on the channel, wanted to show you a little project that I now consider complete. And it all started because Ryan's Cards LLC on Twitter pulled this. So thanks, Ryan. You led me down a pricey rabbit hole, and I couldn't be more thrilled to own these cards. That's gonna do it for me today. Take care, stay safe, go Pelicans, and we'll catch you next time on Down the Road.